Hello! Just gonna wait if a few people join before I start. How are you, lovely? Are you well? Ah. Hi, Fran. Hello. How are you all? That's my husband. He's in the other room. Hello. How are you guys all doing this morning? Hope you're all well. Thanks for joining me. So before we start, if you didn't see my post late last night, if you have some hand cream to hand, that would be beneficial just because it will be easier to work your hand and you won't drag. It just, well, your thumb might get stuck on your skin a bit. So if you've got anything that you can use, some hand cream or maybe some massage oil, anything like that, is fine. If you can be somewhere that is closed off so that you won't get distracted and you can sort of just be in the zone and chill out, that would be good as well. All right, Laura, we'll see you soon. So the reason why I wanted to do this is because I'm a fully qualified reflexologist, and my normal day job outside of lockdown is performing reflexology on the feet to my clients. Reflexology is really, really beneficial. It's an Eastern practice, and it's about rebalancing all of your body systems. And when something isn't working to its optimum, when there's a blockage or an issue or stress or an ailment, we have blockages in our body which need to be released. So this is wonderful for anxiety, stress, insomnia, if you're tired, water retention, lots and lots of different things, and we can work through every single body system. For this session, because I can't have you on here for hours and hours, we're just going to focus today on what everybody said that they wanted to focus on, and the main things were anxiety, stress and immune system, right? We're all feeling it. Who is actually in lockdown and who is now out and about and back at work, just so I know? Let me know. I'll try and read the comments. I haven't got my glasses on, so I'm like, oh, what's everyone saying? But for me, hello! So for me, I am still in a stage of lockdown because I can't do hands-on treatments at the moment. Hi Suzanne, thanks for joining. So I can't do hands-on treatments at the moment. So I'm in this weird transition period where I can be going out and doing things but not actually doing my normal day-to-day job as I would do outside of lockdown. So for me, that's caused a little bit of anxiety and stress that I see other people going out and doing their jobs and going back to normal life, or certainly an element of it. And I'm sort of in this weird transitional period. Also for people who are back at work, there can be some stress and underlying anxiety about getting on public transport, about how you deal with the new norm at the moment. And also we all need our immune system boosted as we're going through this phase of lockdown. We need to make sure that our immune system is working perfectly. So when we're stressed, we go into fight or flight mode, and there's lots of different levels of fight or flight mode. If there's underlying stress that's just been there for a while, you can go into a prolonged state of fight or flight mode, which is what I did when I had my body crash. For anyone who doesn't know that story, it's on my website, there's videos, you can check it out, I won't bore you with that. But what that does is it triggers hormones to make sure that your body can deal with the day-to-day stresses, and it actually changes the way that your body operates. So we are going to also be focusing on hormones today to balance those hormones out. If anyone suffers from skin problems due to stress, then I can highly recommend Duolab have a really good ingredient in their night cream, which is tephrosia. What this does is it promotes production of endorphins. So when you are really stressed, it can affect your skin and give you breakouts and dark circles and puffiness, and it can aid you. So that key ingredient, that's like a hero ingredient that I love, and it boosts those endorphins to try and promote restful sleep, which is when your skin will repair. So I am just going to start. Oh yes, Laura, you're using your wax melts. Perfect. So I am burning my wax melt just over there, and I've got the Feel Good scent today. So it's all about relaxation and just bringing those vibration levels down. So I'm going to start, and anyone else can join as we go forward. So I'm going to first of all just teach you one massage move which we're going to use throughout, and because I'm sort of sat down, I'd like you to use your thumb at all times, and sometimes I might move on to my finger, but that's just because of angles and it doesn't really work with the camera. So you're going to be using your thumb, and we're going to start massaging first the right hand, okay? So we'll do everything on the right hand and then we'll move over to the left hand. So one move that I want to teach you is called the caterpillar walk. So with your thumb, you cause it to crease, and just like a caterpillar, just move up the hand, okay? So you're putting pressure, a medium pressure, onto the tip of your thumb, and then releasing, and back, and then onto the ball, back and onto the ball, okay? So just practice that move a few times, and you can do it quite quickly, okay? And that's what we're going to be using today. So if you can put a good amount of cream into your hand, and we're just gonna rub that in. You might need to put extra cream on throughout the session, but our hands are something that we use all the time. How often do you massage and look after your hands? It's really important. So we're going to start just with a massage of the hand in general, just to relax the muscles and the tendons. And you don't have to do this in any particular way, just massage through the hand and just feel everything release. So some nice deep breathing at this point, please. And this will just help you getting into a relaxed state. Okay. Next, we're going to open up the zones. So using your thumb, you're going to take your thumb from the bottom and just in a straight line, caterpillar walk, all the way up to the base of your little finger. And then again, it's 5 lines, 1 line for each finger. And this is just opening up those lines of energy. And finally the thumb. Okay. So now you're going to find your solar plexus. This is your seat of emotions, so this is going to balance out your emotions, okay? So you cup your hand where there's a dip, you'll feel and gently press in and hold. This can sometimes feel quite tender, especially if you're going through a bit of an emotional period. Just really gently, as if it feels achy, release the pressure. So we're going to pulse, we're going to push in, and nice deep breath in, and circular motions as you breathe out. So we'll do that 3 times. Press in, nice deep breath, circular motions as you breathe out. Nice deep breath in, circular motions as you breathe out. Okay, So 80% of our immune system is in our gut, okay? So we're going to treat the small and large intestines and our adrenal glands. So what I'd like you to do is we're going to do this area in diagonal lines, okay? So start at the base and thumb walk, caterpillar walk, all the way through here. As you're doing this, if an area feels tender, just stop on that point and circular motion. Just give it a bit more attention because there'll be a blockage where it's tender. Okay. So it's 3 lines coming up to this point in between the finger and the thumb. So now rotate your thumb and you're going to find this part here in between your thumb and finger, and you're just gently pressing in, and a nice deep breath. Again, this might feel tender. This is your adrenal gland, so take it very gently. Okay. And press in again, nice deep breath. And release. Okay, so we're going to work with our thought process, and this area represents the brain. So it represents your hypothalamus and your pituitary gland, which control the hormones in the body. So this section where you've got the paddy section of your thumb, you can do this either with your finger or your thumb. Just gently rotate and hold. And this is going to really help balance out your hormones. And rotate and hold. If anyone's suffering from any neck pain, this is the neckline and jawline. So you can just finger walk or thumb walk over that area there. And then we're going to walk all the way down this section here. So this is going to, I'm going to turn around. This is going to relax your nervous system. So when you're stressed or have anxiety, you get your sympathetic nervous system kicking in, and that's your fight or flight. Okay, so we're going to do that 3 times. So working down this area. That's probably easier for you to see. Okay. Now, because of Corona, what I want to do is just quickly focus on the diaphragm, which will help with easier and open breathing, and then just to give the lungs a boost, because we really need robust and healthy lungs. So your diaphragm area is this section here. So if you bring your palm right back, you can see there's this sort of white area here. You want to go just below that, okay? So just along here. So we're just going to take it from one side, and as we do this, I'd like you to practice really deep breathing, okay? Because this is just opening up the diaphragm. So we'll do this twice. And then you'll go back the other way. Okay, and the lungs are above here. So we're going to crisscross. Again, you can do this with your thumb. I'm just doing it with my finger so you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to zigzag, and this is working all through the lungs just to balance out everything in the body here with the respiratory system. Okay, and again. And as you're doing this, just try and keep both feet flat on the floor and just really feel that groundingness. Feel the floor under you. Okay, as you're just grounding and getting into that zone. So now we're going to go back to the solar plexus, which is the seat of emotions. So just cup your hand, find the centre. And rotate, a nice deep breath in and out, and release. And in, rotate, and out. Okay, so that's your right hand. So you might need some more cream for the left hand. I'm going to switch. Do you know, it's so nice being in my therapy room again. Whilst I've been on lockdown, this has become my home fragrance production room, and it's just so nice having all of my relaxing music and scents in here and sort of getting back into that zone. Okay, so we're going to start as we did, massaging the hand. And this can be in any way, just with your thumb, or you can knuckle into your hand and just feel the muscles and the tendons all just release. Okay, and then we're going to open the zones. So start with the little finger edge running up there, and then where the second finger is, with your caterpillar walks, and then up to the third finger, the second, and your thumb. Okay, so then we're going to treat your intestines. So this is where 80% of your immune system is in the gut. So taking the far edge of your hand, we're going to be working this area here. So we're going to work the small intestine, the large intestine, and the adrenal glands. Okay. If you feel that any of this is tender over these areas, it means there's a blockage. So just stop on that area and gently rotate it out, almost like you would treat a muscle. When you've got a tender muscle, you go back to it and knead it in gently. Don't go in too hard, but you want to be able to feel where it aches. So a medium pressure is good. Okay. Find the point in between your finger and your thumb on both sides and gently press. This one might feel tender, it's your adrenal glands. And just rotate. Okay. Hi Nikki, hi Emily. Welcome, you can join us. So we're just halfway through. If you want to start on your left hand, we've just worked your digestive system, and your immune system is located in the gut. So if you can just take this line here, you can work that area, okay? So now we're going to work with the hormones. So the pad of your thumb, find the pad and gently press in here and rotate. So your hypothalamus and your pituitary gland are located here, and this controls your hormones. Okay, so it's part of the brain that controls the hormones. When we're in fight or flight mode or have anxiety, stress, our hormones go into fight. Our hormones increase, and we get that stress hormone release. And what that does is it changes the way our body works. So our digestive system is altered so that we can deal with the day-to-day or the crisis that we're in. Okay, so the easiest way for me to explain it is if you had just eaten a sandwich on safari and a lion jumped into the way, your blood would all run away from the stomach to stop digesting, and it would help your pupils dilate, it would help make your heart rate quicker, it would bring more oxygen into the blood, pump the blood around the body quicker. So it reacts to the stress that's happening and means that your body can work at its optimum to deal with that stress. But what happens to that digestive system? It doesn't digest that sandwich properly, so all of your nutrients from that sandwich are not absorbed into the body as efficiently as they would normally be. So if you're stressed and in prolonged anxiety or stress and in that fight or flight mode, so I'm just going to go down the thumb here, then as a long-term effect, your digestive system suffers, and because you're not taking in those nutrients as well as you normally should, the rest of the body suffers. So this helps just bring the parasympathetic nervous system into play, which is what stops and reduces that fight or flight mode. So that's what we're doing here right now. We're calming down the nervous system. You may not even know that you're in fight or flight mode if you have underlying anxiety and stress. As I say, there are many levels of fight or flight mode. Okay. So now we're going to work on the diaphragm. So if you push back your hand, you can see this white area here. So it's just below that there. So I'm going to come along with my finger, but you can do it with your thumb. And we're just going to breathe nice deep breaths in and out. And this is promoting deep breathing, opening up your diaphragm. So really take time with this one. We're going to do this 3 times. Nice deep breath. And then can you come back the other way? So it's quite difficult for me to do for you to see. So 3 times back the other way. Okay. And now we're going to deal with the lungs. So the lungs are from this line above. Especially in this time with corona, we want to keep our lungs nice and healthy. So what we're going to do is we're going to do V motions. I can't do it with my thumb at this angle, so I'm going to do it with my finger just to show you. We're just going to crisscross up and down and go all over the lungs here. And this is just helping to get rid of any imbalances. So with your thumb you'll be like this. You can hold your hand like this, it will make it a lot easier. And if you feel any tender spots, just go back to that spot and gently circle. So that's where a blockage is. And then run back over it. See if it feels tender. If it doesn't, move on. If it does, just go back gently. You don't need to be putting too much pressure on here. Okay. So we're then going to go to the solar plexus. So make a cup where it indents. That's your solar plexus. Okay, straighten the hand. Go in very gently here. This is the solar plexus is your seat of emotions. So if you've been feeling down, stressed, a little bit unsure of what your next steps are, just press in. Circular motions. Press out. Make sure you've got both feet on the floor for this section as we're grounding. So nice deep breath in. Press in gently circular motions, and release. Press in, deep breath, circular motions, and out. Finally, we're going to go back to the other hand. In between each knuckle, you can feel in between your bones here. This is your lymphatic system. So this is going to help flush out any toxins that are being held in your body that are not serving you. So just, you can do this with your finger, just run down in between the bones. You're going to be doing that caterpillar walking that I showed you at the beginning. So take the pressure onto the tip of your finger and then onto the ball. Whatever you do to one hand, you must do to the other. So we're just going to finish off by doing the other hand. Okay? Doesn't matter what finger you start with. And we'll go down twice. So your lymphatic system works with your circulatory system, and it clears out the toxins from the blood, which comes from the organs. So sometimes you have blockages here. That can cause or be a sign of fluid retention, of excessive toxins. You'll find more blockages if you drink the night before. It's quite interesting. Okay, so we're going to finish off with both hands together just to close down. So I'd like you to make sure you've got both feet on the floor. Feel that ground beneath you. You're going to find your solar plexus. So one thumb goes into your solar plexus and your second finger of that hand. So you're pressing them at the same time. We're going to do 3 pulses, okay? And just take really deep breaths. So 1, and just feel all that stress melt away. Oh, thank you so much. I'll try and read any comments after the session. Nice deep breath in, and just when you exhale, just push out all of that anxiety and stress and questions and things that are running around in your mind. Just let them go. And last time, breathe in. And out. Okay. So that's our quick hand reflexology taster session today. Your hands can feel a little bit tender afterwards, that's completely normal. Please drink plenty of water today. Try and drink 3 litres of water if possible, as that will help flush out the toxins, okay? If anyone has got any questions, please send me a DM. If you want me to focus in another session on anything in particular, you can pop me a DM, or if you want to book a reflexology session with me when we're back up and running on the 4th of July, you can visit my website, justjennifer.co.uk, which is in my bio, and everything that I've mentioned today, so GeoLab and reflexology. If you want to know more about nutrition, the impact of stress, I have blogs on my website and videos which explain everything. You can just go onto there, and if you've got any questions, you can send me a direct message. I hope you enjoyed the session. I'm going to post this session because I know a lot of people were interested but couldn't make it this morning. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're relaxed. Have a wonderful day. Bye.